Hey, this is Lorena and I wanted to do a video for you on one of my favorite ironing mat things, my jigs. I love this ironing mat. This is what my ironing mat looks like. It looks like this way and this way. I'm sure you've seen them before, ironing mats, whatever size you want. As a matter of fact, I made this one a bit larger or longer. You could use any fabric you want and it's removable so you can wash them. I love these mats. I hate ironing boards. I hate them. I don't know, it's a thing with me with my childhood for some reason. I hate them. So what I love about these is you could pull them out and put them right next to you while you're ironing, or you can go ahead and tuck them in between your table and they don't take a lot of space. They're a great travel shape and size, so you can make these whatever size that you want. Large ironing board that this is 24 by 24. La la. Can get this cut at Home Depot or Lowe's. They should cut the wood for you at the size that you want, but you're still gonna have to get something so that you could round out the edges so it's not sharp. I bought birch wood. It's 3 1/4 by 24 or 48 and 24. We're gonna go ahead and cut it. That is beautiful.
Okay, girl?
Gonna need, it's this heat resistant, I don't know, this is Pelon. It's a heat thing. Hold on, let me find them. And this is fusible fleece. It's a thinner one. I wish I could have found the thicker one. You can use this for 2 or 3 layers. You're gonna also need fabric. This is my fabric selection that I picked. Whatever is your favorite pattern of fabric or favorite fabric. I like cotton fabric. It tends to last longer to do this. And you're also going to need 1/4 inch elastic. It doesn't matter if you use white or black depending on your fabric. I recommend you use a darker fabric for this. And I think that's it. And the wood, of course. Now, whatever size wood you want, this is birch wood. It's 3/4 thick. I like the heat resistant, but I tried to use this with this and the fabric, and it was a bit kind of like a lot to make sure that it stayed nice and straight. So what I'm going to do is I have it cut here. I'm going to draw a Sharpie line all the way around. I'm going to use this. I've tried different ones and they all work. It's just one will have a little bit more thickness on the board. Other ones will have it a little bit thinner. With my Sharpie, and then I'm gonna get a ruler and I'm gonna have 1.5 inch edge and trim everything down. And I'm gonna trim it with a rotary cutter, and I'm gonna do that all the way around. I found that this is kind of like the best spacing. If you tap too much, it kind of goes over too much and it kind of moves on the top. This kind of is a perfect fit. I trimmed it all the way around, and then I rounded the corners. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just kind of round the corners a bit, and that's what it looks like. I'm gonna try 2 layers of this, see if I like it. This is the front of my fabric. I tend to like to iron the fabric down. You can see the fold right there. So I'm gonna kind of wet it. And just get any folds out of the way. I cut this 3 inches wide, and I folded it in half, and then I folded it in half, just like this. And I went ahead and ironed quite a bit. I ironed 2 colors. You can use whatever color you want, either a different color or a color that goes with what you're doing. Also, you're using your fabric that you already have currently. So I made myself some bias tape. Make enough bias tape to go completely around, and then we're gonna sew it. And you wanna make sure that you get all your layers. I went ahead and I sewed all the way around. And now I need to connect these 2 ends right here. This is what it looks like. I recommend you pin your elastic. There's my elastic. As I sew, and I'm gonna sew right here, the elastic, I wanna tuck it into this kind of pocket so that I don't sew on the elastic. As I sew, I'm gonna unravel it and go all the way around the whole thing. As you can see, I'm sewing right at this edge. Even if you want to sew right where you sewed before or right over, it's up to you. This is what it looks like. This is the elastic so it doesn't kind of fall into the casing. And here's the elastic as I'm feeding it down. And I'm gonna be doing that, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. You wanna make sure that this elastic is free. And I even had a pleat here. And this is what it's gonna look like on the inside. You're gonna get your wood and you're gonna start pulling this elastic, and you're gonna pull it in. You keep pulling it, and do not let this one go. Do not let this go because you'll lose it. I take it off the board and pull it some more. Then I tied a knot, and then you're gonna kind of stretch it and sew this down. So I close this, and I'm gonna put this on the board. Pretty tight when you try to put it on, so just push. Be careful you don't break the elastic. I also made this one. It's pretty big. This is like so old, this fabric. It's Kaufman fabric. Isn't it beautiful? And I hope I'll see you on the next one. All right, bye. Bye. I love my animals. I love my animals. I love them. I really use them all the time. Thank you for watching. Bye.